Hello, hello. Come on into the session. We're going to empower you to become a great leader. We're going to develop and sharpen the saw on your leadership skills. So definitely join us today. There's some gracious and good things going to take place today. So we want to encourage you to join us today. And I hope that you have a desire to grow in leadership, as I have a desire to develop the leader within me, as well as develop leaders around me. And as you begin to grow, as we begin to go through this session, Success Secrets of Great Leaders, you're going to see yourself expanding your leadership consciousness. And when you expand your leadership consciousness, everything else starts to expand around you. Your business, your family becomes more embellished in a great way, and you begin to walk in the fulfillment of the call that God has placed on your life as a leader. So definitely share this tonight. Share this session because we're going into some deep things today. So I came on so late. I had some other activities, children activities today. Blessings on you, Elder DeMarcus. Bless you, Tech 9. Coach DeMarcus is on. And so we want to continue to share this. I'm going to share this on my platforms as well. We're going to get a group of leaders tonight. We're going to call them in tonight. So let me see. Let me go and share this. I'm so excited what God is doing. He's about to raise up some great generational leaders. I'm excited for what he's about to do. Let me go ahead and share it. Remember, we told you CTA, call to action. If you can enroll somebody in, you just took leadership. If you can share this and they join and they follow you into the session, you have just acted like a leader. That's the power of leadership. You're always influencing. As Grant Cardone said, y'all are going to be sold or you're going to sell. That's the power of leadership. You rather sell than be sold. Okay, so I shared some of my links to some of my platforms. Again, if you desire to connect with us, you want us to speak at any type of leadership event that you have, our information is right there. You can just go ahead and screenshot the email, look at the website, screenshot the website. I already have a few people that already took on the masterclass with me. I'm going to start another one on December 8th. Get ready to see the funnel because I'm going to start one December 8th, the masterclass, 12 people. If you're interested in that, want to enroll in that, go ahead and sign up. I'm going to tell you how to sign up later on. Okay. We already have a few already. So I'll move forward and start with them. It's going to be a very powerful event. Also, if you like to sow and catch up, you can right there. People was asking about the information before. So that's the information right there. We told you before, we believe in the biblical law of sowing and reaping. As Paul said in Galatians chapter 6, verse 6, the one who is taught the word of God is to share all good things with his teacher, contributing to his spiritual and material support. So the more you sow, the more resources we can get to help you and empower you, the more free I can be with my time to empower you and to help you. Okay, so I'm going to move briefly. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. The first question that I want you to ask yourself and then answer yourself: who am I spending my time with as a leader? If you're a leader in any capacity, if you desire to be a leader, you need to ask yourself that question. Who am I spending my time with as a leader? As you see my name, you become the 5 people you spend the most time with. The people who you spend time with determines your salary. The people who you spend time with determines how you're transforming. So ask yourself that question: who am I spending my time with as a leader? The second empowering question I want to ask you is, are these people increasing you or adding value to you as a leader? So ask yourself that question: are they increasing me or are they adding value to me as a leader? Whoever is not adding value to you, whoever is decreasing you, you already know that's a red flag that you got to decline engaging with them, because you always want to be around people that increase you and add value to you. That's the people you want to focus on. Anyone that disturbs your happiness, you want to move away from. Anyone that's not for your happiness. Happiness only comes by increase. It only comes by you you add value to yourself. So you want to guard your happiness. Unhappiness will keep you uninspired. So if anybody's not supporting your happiness, you already know that you are allowed and permitted to tell yourself, no, you will not engage with them. The third question you need to ask yourself is, what are the people I look up to and hang around, have me listening to, reading, or practicing as a leader? I just shared 3 empowering questions to you. If you can ask those questions, answer those questions honestly, and respond to those questions in a sincere way, you can see a transformation will begin to happen. The people that you hang around with, the people that you look up to, you need to ask yourself, what do they have you reading? What do they have you practicing as an emerging leader, as a person of what are the things that they wanted me to listen to? How they're influencing? Those questions are very vital because the people that you connect to, bless you, Coach E, bless you, Tech Nine, Edward Marshall. The people that you connect to, the people that you hang around, they are inputting information. They are giving you inspiration, and it could be negative inspiration or it can be positive inspiration. And so you want to ask yourself, what do the people around me have me read? Do they like to read? Do they like to study? Do they like to learn? Do they like to take action? Seek to be around action-oriented people, because it's possible that you can have a big library and don't like to take action. You're not going to get anywhere like that. You're not going to get anywhere being a book monster reading without taking action. You end up with the same results. So just take action with the things that you receive, and make sure you receive. Just take action right away. So those three questions, if you can ponder those that are going to look at the recap, look at those 3 questions. Take some time, contemplate on those 3 questions, because that's going to challenge you to shift who you're connected to, or embrace and honor who you're connected to. Because the people that you're connected to, if they are increasing your adding value to you, then it should be easy to honor them and appreciate what they have contributed in your life. That's how you grow. That's how you apply laws, and you begin to increase. Now, I'm going to share 5 principles how you need to understand people, because we're coming from my book here, Success Secrets of Great Leaders. Success Secrets of Great Leaders, and now we're on another chapter where leaders are the people's champs. And if you can understand how to relate to people, if you can understand people's heart, people's mindset, you'll be able to have an opportunity to influence them and enroll them into the vision and the event that you have established. So I'm going to share 5 principles how you can understand people easily. Because if you do not know how to understand people's psychology and you do not embrace their passion, you will never be able to inspire them. Okay, so these 5 principles is going to be the foundation to where we're going in this particular chapter. Okay, so the first principle is that know that everyone is significant and they play a vital role in life. You must know that every human being is significant and they do play a vital role in life. Now, the question is, do they play a part in your vision? Do they play a part in your established mission? If they don't play a part of your established mission, bless them along their journey, okay? And just remove them, because they will be a distraction, but you do appreciate and really appreciate what they have to offer as a human being. So know that everybody is important. Everybody has some sense of value, okay? The second principle you need to know in understanding people is show earnest concern and care for the needs and value of people. Have an ear to hear what people value as a leader. Have a sincere concern of the things they want to see accomplished, and try to help them accomplish that. And guess what? If you help them accomplish what they desire, if you help them fulfill their values, they're gonna apply the law of reciprocity in return. It's just going to be a natural thing for them. And so you have to really understand, okay, what do they value? Do they value family? Do they value business? Do they value helping people? Do they value fairness? Look at the things they value and learn what they value, and then help them get that, help them get what they value and bring it to manifestation. That is a second principle. The third principle, before I share that, Warren Bennett says this, and it's a very powerful statement that Warren Bennett says. He says, the higher the rank, the more interpersonal you ought to be. So the higher you go as a leader, the more interpersonal you ought to be. The way that you become interpersonal is that you are seeking to have conversations with everybody in your organization. You're seeking to learn what people value. What is their ultimate concern in their life? As Paul Tillich will say, the ultimate concern. So you have to see what is their ultimate concern and try to have a relationship with them, converse with them until you can understand them. What happens is a lot of people who are promoted as leaders, they become insensitive to the followers. They become detached to the followers. That's a better word to say. They become detached to the followers, and they feel like they have already been through the process of connecting and touching with people, and so they'll need to go down again to touch with people. But that's a great error. If you want to be a great leader, you have to always seek to be interpersonal with everybody that is supporting and contributing to your vision. That's a very important principle that Warren Bennis shares. Now, the third principle is know that everyone needs help from humanity. Every person needs help. Every individual needs help. You cannot make it alone as a leader. You need to connect to people that can help you along the way, that can support you. And guess what? As a leader, you should be supporting them along the way, helping them along the journey. If you try to do it on your own, if you're a person that can't trust people, if you think that you can do every auxiliary or every assignment or every task in your business better than anyone else, that business will be short. It's not going to last. It's not going to be durable. So understand, everyone needs help, from the leader down to those who are being influenced by that leader. The fourth principle is know that you can inspire another by believing. It's important that you learn how to share your faith as a leader. You got to practice sharing your faith as a leader. Because if you don't know how to share your faith as a leader, if you don't believe in the potential of those that look up to you as a leader, you're really going to discourage them, and they're going to be distracted. They're going to minimize their talent, minimize their skill, minimize their potential, and eventually move away. So you got to learn how to respect and believe in their dream, believe in their vision. And so hopefully they can get to a point where they can communicate their dream. They can communicate their life's vision to you so that you can help believe in it so it can come to manifestation. If you are so focused on believing your vision, if you're so focused on believing your dream that you're not taking time to believe others' dream and vision, then you're not going to be able to be an influential agent in their life. And that's the power of it. The power is that there are many people that are looking for someone to believe in their dream. They're looking for someone to believe in their potential. So one of the creative moments of a leader is to know how to share faith in someone's vision and dream. The fifth principle is know that when you help another succeed, you are helping the ones they help succeed. So that's the key. You want to focus on developing leaders because leaders help other people. And by you having the leader, you're helping the next generation. You're helping the sphere of influence that they are contagiously motivated and shifting. And so when you are inspiring somebody and motivating somebody and believing in their vision, you are helping the people they influence. That's the power of it, you know. And once you have these five principles, once you understand these five principles, it should be easy to love people and accept people. There will be people that will do tribal things. There will be people that will try to discredit you. There will be people who will not have a healthy psychology, but you cannot let that sway you away. Once you understand the psychology, let's you take it out. Let's you coach BG. Once you understand the psychology of humans and understand that you are sent by God to empower them, then that's all that matters. That's the key. And so that is the secret sauce to influencing people, is to understand them better. Now, we're going to go into some deep things in chapter 4 because I want to help you become the people's champ. Not like Dwayne Johnson, but I want to help you become the people's champ. You can influence everybody in your organization, motivate them, empower them. There might be an auxiliary that you're over. We want you to inspire and motivate them to move and shift in that auxiliary. Now, David Schwartz says this: treating someone as second class never gets you first class results. So you never seek to try to make someone second class. Never think to be superior than somebody else. There are so many people, they have greatness buried in them. And so you have to treat them like first class until they see their own greatness. If you can do that, if you can understand the greatness in them, guess what? They are going to act like first class. They're going to present themselves with a first class consciousness. They're going to perform first class. And that's the thing that you want to do. You want to see the outcome and wire them to think first class, behave first class, and perform first class. But you got to really believe that they are first class. If you're talking down on them, demeaning them, belittling them in your organization, they're not going to grow. And so that is the key. You want to continue to shift and continue to look at people from a first class perspective. I like what Goethe says. Goethe, a philosopher, says, treat a man as he is, and he will remain as he is. Treat a man as he can be, and he should be, and he will become as he can and should be. So if you treat a man as he could be and can be, he will eventually become that. Because why? You are the leader. You will influence them to think above their low self-esteem status. There will be times where people will be discouraged, or they will go through a crisis moment. They will go through a circumstance that will either hinder their performance or stagnate them from really moving into the great potential that's within them. So you have to learn to know the seasons that people are in and treat them like they could be. Treat them as they could be. Continue to maximize the potential in them, and they will love you for it. I'm helping leaders because, bless you, Coach Jay, if you say you are a leader and you don't like people, or you say you're a leader and you do not like to develop people, you are missing a major component in leadership. Leadership starts off with personal sacrifice, but being willing to sacrifice your time, being willing to sacrifice your knowledge for others to grow and for others to develop into possibilities they did not know existed. And this is the hidden key. This is the thing that's missing. When there are people who have the gift of leadership or they're called to lead others and they're in survival mode, they will never be able to help others become empowered. So I'm going to give you some secrets today that is going to empower you to love people and develop them in a special way. Now, before we can go forward, I'm hearing this, that you got to learn how to believe in yourself. If you are in this leadership session and you don't believe in yourself, it will be very hard for you to share faith into others. You have to know inside of you. You have to know that you have been assigned by God through His grace to influence, empower, and enable people to do great things. So there are three truths about great leaders. Here are three truths about great leaders. The first truth about great leaders is great leaders seek to make people around them great. That's the first truth. Well, how can you make people great if you don't believe that you are great? So psychology of making people great is that you have to know that you are great yourself. You are great in your niche. You're great in your assignment. You have to know that you're great. Thank you, Coach Jack. You have to really know you're great. And until you believe that you are great, you will never, ever believe that somebody else around you will be great. As a matter of fact, if you don't believe that you're great, what's going to happen is you're going to start envying others. You're going to start being jealous of others. So you as a great leader has to find the greatness in you before you can make other people around you great. That is the hidden thing that's missing in businesses. I see it on certain careers, workspaces, when the supervisor has been promoted and they are still insecure. They still think they're not great. They will not make others great around them. They'll try to hinder them or quarantine their performance. And the second truth is great leaders connect with people in a way that is different from any other relationship that person has with anybody else. That is the second truth. Of course, your followers might love other relationships, but it's something about the leader. The leader's relationship with it, they seem to value that leader because that leader is showing them a reality of greatness that no other peer or relationship that they're in can show them. That's why you're called to be a leader. And when you begin to show people discoveries of greatness within them, the dynamic of your relationship is different from any relationship they're connected to. That's the power of it. And when Jesus became on the earth, or Jesus was on the earth, or when he existed on the earth, that's what he did. He began to show people their greatness. And that relationship of a leader and student dynamic was very powerful. Peter was willing to follow Jesus and leave his family in Capernaum. They left their fishing business and followed Jesus because the dynamic of the leader with the student is a unique mystical relationship that cannot really be defined. And I think Peter said this in John 6, where can we go seeing that you have the words of life? The leader has the words of life that can take you to the level of life that you want to go into, that you want to enter into. And so you have to understand that truth, that when you step up as a leader, when you show yourself show up as a leader, there are going to be people who are going to want to connect to you for life. You have to be open to embrace them and take them to that level that they're desiring in life. Okay, that's why it deals with understanding their values, understanding their belief system, understanding the level of their performance, and seeing how you can shift that. Okay, the third truth is when a leader connects with a person, that person is going to develop and discover the potential that's within them. It's impossible for a person to connect with you and they're still lost in life. They still don't know their potential. That means that the leader was not made visible. Because whenever you are connected to a great leader, you are going to understand your potential within you. You are literally going to stand the call. Your purpose is going to be conspicuous, it's going to be clear when you're around a leader. So when you are connected to people, you want to discover their potential and help them have unusual clarity on their potential, on what they can do. And even sometimes if they know their potential, but they don't know their passion, it is a leader's assignment to ignite their passion. As one great man I would say that the devil is not after your potential, he's after your passion. Because what good is it to have potential without passion? So one of the assignments of a leader is to inspire your passion, to ignite your passion so that you can actualize your potential. And so the passion has to be clear, the potential has to be clear, and so the leader has to continue to communicate a global vision, has to communicate a corporate vision where it inspires individuals simultaneously. And these are the three truths. When you understand this, then you understand that leadership is a people management thing. It is about developing people. It is about shifting people's consciousness into doing something great. All right. And when you start doing this, you have to create wealth. They start stepping into a consciousness of wealth creation. They start stepping into a consciousness of creatively serving mankind, creatively serving humanity. And that's the power of leadership, because it's all about wealth creation and creatively serving mankind. Now, Maya Angelou says something very powerful. I love Maya Angelou. Let's remember. She says, people will forget what you said, but people will never forget how you made them feel. See, it's not what you are saying, it's how you are making people feel that will transform them. So leaders got to have a linguistics, they have to have a linguistics, or they have to have a way of conversing or communicating with people to change their feelings. If you do not have a passion behind your leadership title, I guarantee you're not going to shift the people's feelings that follow you. The leader has to be passionate about what he's called to do or she's called to do if she wants to change their feelings. I believe it's an old Roman myth that says Cicero, when he spoke, he inspired the people. The Kaiser, Caesar, when he spoke, he moved the people. So you either going to inspire people or move people. There are people that are good, they're good speakers, they're good talkers, they inspire, but they don't move. But when you become a leader, you're going to connect to their feelings. You're going to connect to a part of their soul, and you're going to get them to move, because that's the last thing that people are going to remember. How you make them feel when they were in your presence. So that is the secret sauce. My Angelo hit it right on the nail. Now, John Maxwell, a great leader, philosopher leader, says this: to make an impact, you must add value to your people, because the only way for you to truly succeed is to help others. Those who are just getting on, we're coming from my book, Success Secrets of Great Leaders. If you don't have this copy, definitely get this copy off orkm.org. It will be a blessing to you. Because I like what John Maxwell says, because what he's literally suggesting is that if you do not have a desire to invest in people and help them get what they want, then you will fail as a leader. You will fail in your assignment as a leader. It is our assignment as leaders, great leaders, to add value to them. And I share in my book, I'm going to, I guess it's in my notes. If you don't add value to yourself, it's going to be hard for you to add value to others. So the question I'm going to ask you is, have you been adding value to yourself? What have you been doing lately that have added value to yourself? What have you taken on? What practice have you taken on? What's the new thing that you have done that have added value to you lately? Because if you have not added value to yourself, it'll be very hard for you to help others add value to themselves. And so I like that statement. And so I'm going to share 4 hardballs found in chapter 4 of this powerful book, Success Secrets of Great Leaders. I'm going to share 4 heart balls of what can make you a great leader. The reason I call it heart balls because that's exactly what it is. It's just simply hard, boiled down truth. And so if you want to be a leader, you got to be willing to jump into this type of principle. First hardball truth is that great leaders always seek to add value to people, and this is what makes them stand out from the rest. I said in my book, a leader can't add value to people if they don't know how to add value to themselves first. I just shared on that. So that is the key. This is the hardball truth. If you are not growing yourself, if you are not expanding yourself, if you're still in the same level of consciousness that you were in last year, then it would be very hard for you to add value to other people. What if you can grow quarterly? Like within 4 months, you can add on a new habit and try it out for 90 days and see how it develops you, see how it expands you. And then the next quarter of the year, you take on another habit, and then you see how it develops you and how it enhances you. How powerful would you be? Usually, if you understand how to discipline yourself quarterly, you should be adding 4 different habits to yourself every year. So you continue adding value to yourself, enhancing your skill, and sharpening your competence, expanding your network, refining your influence, refining what you can do, and how you can help others. How powerful would you be to empower others to add value to them? So that's a hard one. You got that. You got to add value to yourself before you can add value to others. The second hardball fact is that great leaders need great people around them if they want to succeed in anything. So that's why I asked you those questions. In the beginning of the session is, are you surrounded around great people? People that can stretch you. People that can take you out of your comfort zone and make you feel uncomfortable. Because it's only in the space of the uncomfort zone or discomfort zone that you grow, that you stretch. Now you have to really look at and evaluate. Okay, am I around average people? Am I around mediocre people? Or am I connected to great people? Great people who not only are striving for greatness, but they're helping making me great. They are sent to make me great. So if you want to grow as a leader, you want to develop as a leader, do whatever it takes to be around greatness. Pay the cost to be around greatness. Pay the price to be around greatness. Because when you become great, and guess what? Everybody that looks up to you will eventually step into greatness. You begin to add quality to their life and add value to their life. Third hardball fact. Before we go there, Jim Rohn says, spend more time with the right people. Spend more time with the right people. Okay, this is sometimes we love spending time with the wrong people. We love spending time with critics. Sometimes we love spending time with jokers instead of people that can develop quality within us. And that is a secret principle that most people who step into greatness, they do. They invest most of the 24 hours of the day with right people, and listen to the right information, they do right things. That's what's going to make you right. So if you would like to sow a seed and donate, feel free to donate. Screenshot that and donate. If you want us to come to your event, we are willing to help empower your organization. This is what we're giving you. This is a free type of teaching, but there are programs, there are models that we have that will empower your organization. Definitely connect with us, touch base with us, because we have something to share with your organization that will share your leadership. So here's the third hardball fact. Great leaders are always on the search for those that have the right potential that is a fit for the vision. Now, notice, I said right potential. You remember I told you that everybody, they are special, everybody is important, but do they have the right potential for your organization, for your business, for your ministry? Do they have the right potential to fit on the team? That's the catch. Because if they are good and they have skill, but they don't fit your vision, then it's going to decrease the momentum when it comes to manifesting your vision. So you have to look, you have to see what great leaders do. They evaluate. They say, where can we place this person? Do we have the right environment to maximize and actualize the potential of this person? Or will this person be a hindrance to what we are trying to accomplish? And you have to be willing to let people go. You have to be willing to let people resign from the vision. You cannot keep everybody. Some people that you keep on your team or some of the people that you keep in your organization, you know they are average. They know they're average. So, I mean by average is that their potential is not a fit for the vision. Their potential is not a fit for the vision. Let them go. Be willing to let them go and bless them on the journey. The fourth great thing that leaders do, fourth hormone fact, is that great leaders, leaders without a great team can never become great. Leaders without a great team can never become great. Great leaders have a great team. This is very hard to deal with. It's a hard issue because if you do not have a great team, you might have a great vision, but that vision will never manifest. It will never be actualized. Because what helps the great leader manifest the vision or actualize that which he has within his mind or her mind is to have a great team. And the key is, or the challenge is, it is sometimes hard to find a great team. It is hard to find a team that says, okay, we understand the vision, we connect to the vision, and now what we're going to do is distribute our performance to see the vision come off the ground. Without a great team, there is no great leadership. There's no great vision. So these are four hormones. How can you, as a leader, find the great team that you need? There's so many people that I know that they got great leadership skills. They got a great leadership philosophy. When we look around and we see their base, they have no great team. They're actually by themselves. There was a time that we had a person that was very motivational, very inspirational. They had their CDs. That's when CDs were back. That's when CDs were popular, and they had everything. The presentation was excellent. He had a wonderful presentation. He had a wonderful philosophy of leadership, but he always came by himself. He always came by himself. He really had no leadership organization. It was just him. And his thing is that he wanted to help empower other leaders, inspire other leaders, but he was just by himself. That doesn't make leadership. A leader always has a great team around him. Jesus had a great team around him, and he sent them out two by two. Paul, if you're a Bible-based lover, Paul had a team. They call it apostolic teams, prophetic team. He had teams around him. So if you're going to launch your business and move in a great way, you need to have a great team around you. Unless you'll be a solopreneur for a long time. We got so many entrepreneurs because they don't have a great team. So if you don't have a great team, you're going to be categorized as a entrepreneur, never having a business, always desiring a business, or a solopreneur. But if you have a great team, then something can happen. Things can expand. There can be a mastermind going on. It can be sharpened. It can be refined. And you'll see yourself shift in a greater way. But you have to be willing to invest in a team. If you want to be a great leader, you have to choose to invest in a team. I'm going to say it again. If you want to be a great leader, you have to choose to invest in a team. Who can you put on your team? You're the team captain. Who do you want to help change the game for you? I love what John Maxwell says. John Maxwell says a leader's potential is determined by those closest to them. See, the leader's potential is determined by those who are closest to them. So you need to look around and see who is close to you. Do they have the same potential that you have? Can they move and play out of 10? Do they have a no matter what it takes attitude? Are they aggressive in seeing the vision accomplished? Are they aggressive in seeing profit come into your business? Are they aggressive in seeing the bottom line expand? How hungry are they? That's what you need to be asking yourself. Because if they're not hungry, if they do not have a strong why, they are going to be in the realm of making. So the key is this, that Great leaders, they love people, they understand people, but they know how to categorize people in their proper place. Jesus knew how to make distinctions between the two versus his disciples. He made distinctions between the disciples versus the 9 and 3 and the one that he loved. So the distinctions are very important for a leader. You are called to love everybody, but you cannot share responsibility to everybody because everybody does not see what you see. Everybody does not have the same energy that you have. This is one of the secrets of all great leaders. When you understand people, you will know how to make distinctions. When you make distinctions, you'll know how to categorize people and have people come and fit in their right place. And I'm sure that sometimes leaders complain about having wrong people, but the truth be told, it's not having wrong people, it's having a wrong environment. Sometimes the leader has to check the environment. Is the environment conducive to maximize potential or to see what is clear in what they have in their stack or in their deck? And so it's important for the leader to have a right environment, have the tools to train, the resources to give, the references to show or display, and then they can make an assessment if they have wrong people or right people. But you just can't say you have wrong people and there's no good environment, there's no way of seeing if that person is fit in your organization. I'll share one more thing, we're close to today. Now, in my book, chapter 4, I said this: leaders are in search for people that can add value to them and not drain them in their time, purpose, and vision. I want you to look at that paragraph, because if you are connected to people who drain you, who do not enhance the purpose of the organization, then that's a sign that you cannot be able to lead them properly or in a functional way. So you have to categorize them as people that need help from the organization, but they cannot connect to the organization. Here's why. Great leaders are what I call HQD, high quality developers. They don't just want people to tag along beside them, but they want to input the quality and develop the characteristics of a leader in them so that they will begin to lead others as well. So leaders are always seeking to develop quality within you, to stretch you to become a leader so that you will not be a burden to them, but you'll be a low lifter to them. And sometimes people are unwilling to be low lifters. Sometimes people are willing to develop leadership. And so the leader has to make a distinction. This person just wants to be a follower. But there are other people who want to be a leader. They want to develop. They want to develop the qualities, the characteristics. They want to develop the mentality and have the mindset of a leader. That's who the leader needs to invest into. She or he, they need to invest in that person that want to stretch and grow as a leader. So you have to begin to look at that. Not everybody wants to grow as a leader. Once you make that distinction, you're going to see yourself develop. You're going to see the organization that you're in become more effective and efficient, and the people around you, they're going to be transformed into becoming leaders themselves, where they become independent and they will have that option to be interdependent in the organization. That is the power of leadership. I will stop right there. Are there any questions? Are there any questions right now? Because I'm going to come back next Wednesday and there was something else. But I'm going to keep it right here. But I just wanted to put that in your mind, put that in your spirit, that as a great leader, you got to make distinctions. You got to know who is really for you, who's added value to you, who's increasing you, and who is really for the vision that you have casted. And if they're really for the vision that you casted, they want to enjoy the benefits and the fruit that vision has to offer. Okay, so I will stop right there. Do look at the recap, share this, because there might be some people that need to hear this. And some of you, you might be connected to a pastor. Know that your pastor, he has or she has probably the potential to be a good leader. But the question is, what can you do to help enhance and embellish and manifest the vision that your pastor have casted or that your supervisor has casted for you to function well and properly? All right, so I'll close with that. God bless you. We'll be back on next Wednesday as we go further in this powerful book, Success Secrets of Great Leaders. If you don't have this book, give this book this book is going to empower you, going to develop you. Now, I already told you we already signed up for the class, the group that has already joined me. We're going into another master class soon, but I'm going to open up another one December 8th. And I want you to join me December 8th. You want to connect with me? We'll go through some more resources that I cannot share. It will be you, grow you, develop you. And I guarantee you that if you come out of the 12 sessions with me, you're going to be transformed. In 2024, we're going to have a couple classes in January, all the way down to 12 more people. It's going to be different from what I offered last time. 12 more people. Look at my website because I'm going to bring out a funnel soon. It'll show you the instructions, give you the directions, how to sign up, and what you can do to enroll in that master class. As you step into 2024 with me, get ready to evolve. All right, bless you. I'll see you soon. Thank you, coaches, for joining us.